Hi, 8th grade. It's almost the end of the year, which is kind of crazy to say, but we only have another week of online learning after this week. So this current week is May 18th through the 25th. And this week our focus is on Earth history. So if we're looking at our stream, we know our stream is where our information is going to be located. Your notes are going to be in the Kami program. You will not have to use the Kami program to send me anything. But remember, in order to open the Kami program, you either have to click here with Open with Kami, it'll automatically open it up. Or if you're not seeing this blue button, you can go to these three dots to the right-hand side, click that, click Open New Window, and it'll give you this drop-down option of Open With, and you can say Annotate with Kami. So if you do that, it'll open up in the program as well. So if you're not able to access it the first way, then try it with the three dots and see if you can access it. But remember, with Kami, it will read to you. So you have the text-to-speech if you'd like to use that option. And I have basically summarized as much as I can summarize the history of the Earth. So I've given you a basic rundown of what makes up Earth's history, geologic time, and fossils. So those are our focus points. And it's pretty simple note-wise. So yeah, that's all you have to do for your notes. So if we actually go to your classwork and what is expected of you for the week, we're going to click that. We're going to open up our assignment. I have given you a list of what to do day by day, but your tasks are actually going to be in this Google slide. So if you want to open that, I've made a copy for each of you, and you are able to type in this. So your first day, we know day one, I just want you to go over notes, go over content. Day two, you have a Go Formative to complete. It is a FlowCab video with questions. Day three, you have an IXL to complete. And please make sure you are signed in to IXL and make sure that you are under 5th grade and under science. Otherwise, I won't see your progress that you're making. So this IXL is specifically talking about fossils. It's pretty simple. It shouldn't give you a hard time because I know sometimes IXLs can do that. But this one's pretty straightforward. And then lastly, day 4 and day 5, you're going to be using this website here to explore and look over different events in Earth's history. So if you click this tab will open and it will take you to a website that basically gives you a breakdown of the different time frames of Earth's history. You can just hit dismiss it for that box pop up. But your task, first and foremost, you can play around and see everything this website will actually show you. It'll show you the different time frames and how Earth has changed over time. Remember in 6th grade we talked about how there's plate motions that actually change the surface of the Earth and landforms. So you can see what Earth looked like billions of years ago. And then there's also the Ice Age, what it looked like at certain aspects and time frames as well with heating and cooling. So there's also a focus on how Earth has evolved over time with temperature. So the thing with the heating and cooling of the Earth is that it's cyclical, meaning it happens over time. there's been heating and cooling. We've had multiple ice ages and multiple warming periods over Earth's history. So it's nothing new, but you can see that just within recorded time, there has been an increase in temperature. So it's a pretty cool website. Like I said, play around with it and see what all it can do. The main thing that I want you to focus on are these different events. So how you're going to access those is if you go to View, then there's this pop-up. If we click off the checked marks and I'm gonna have to go out of the warming Earth. Let me go to ancient Earth. So you have to be under ancient Earth for this to work. You go to View, and then you have these options. So you're going to click geological events and see what pops up for geological events. Let's go. Uh-oh. There should be pop-ups. There we go. Here's one. So these are the little there. My goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. So if you see where these little arrows are pointing, that's going to give you historical events that have happened. So you can pick one of these. You can see that there's multiples, but I only want you to pick one to actually talk about. So maybe you want to look at the snowball Earth. So if I do that and I click on this, let me click out of the view thing. It gives you kind of a synopsis about the different event. So you're going to read this synopsis, and then if you go back to the Google slide, you're going to type a brief summary, like a sentence or two about that event. So you can pick any of these that you'd like. To get to the other events, you just go and you click the different tabs. So you can see here, yet again, you have all of these different ones that you can pick from arrow-wise. So let's just pick one at random. Let's do first land plants. So if I do that, read the little synopsis, give me a brief overview, okay? Back here. And then mass extinction, you're going to go back to view, click mass extinction, click off of biological events, and then you can see here there are several to pick from. For instance, the Jurassic period extinction. We click that. It's going to talk about fossil records. It's going to talk about the evidence that tells us that there was a mass extinction. So yet again, you're going to summarize, go back to your Google slide, and type into the text box. So you're going to do that for also impact events and fossils. And yet again, they're all found here. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing for all of these. Remember, I don't want you to do all of these events. You pick one that is of most interest to you to summarize. Okay. So it's a pretty neat website, and it gives you lots of different information about the history of the Earth. So that is what you're doing for day 4 and day 5. You can do it all in one day. You can do it between the 2 days, but please take some time to look over that website because it is interesting. And that is it for the week. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a good week, guys. Bye.